Hi, Wendy. Maybe me and you can just have a talk. Hi, Off My Tea. Hi, B Twits. Kilo, Ma, Cha Cha, Bass Warlock, Tara. Hey. Hi, Cha Cha. I loved your live earlier. I was cooking dinner, so I couldn't stay on that long. Hello, everyone. I'm Peaceful Nick the Medium. I am here to, I'm trying to make some adjustments here because, is that too low or high? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like the angle is off. Anyway, I'm Peaceful Nick. Yes, you can ask questions, Jasmine. I'm here tonight. I have a little sore throat. Thank you for asking, Sarah. I have a little sore throat, so I don't know how long I'll be on here, but everything, all of my products and services are linked in my bio through my link tree. Thank you for the likes. Hi, Son Hoover. I am an evidential medium. I specialize in healing messages, and I connect you to those who have passed over. So, yes, I have my jug. Thank you, Cha Cha. I have my jug. Everybody follow Psychic Medium Cha Cha. She goes live way more than I do. She does wonderful readings. Yeah, the sore throat's terrible. I've been actually boiling a pot of, not boiling, but simmering a pot of water with cinnamon and vanilla and almond extract all day for, you are welcome, all day for, I feel like my furnace running is making my throat worse, and it really has upped the humidity in my place here. And so it's a little muggy in here, but my throat doesn't feel as terrible as it did earlier. So I'm going to do my best. Hello, everyone who's joining. I'm Evidential Medium, Peaceful Nick the Medium. And I am led by Spirit in a way. Thank you, Sarah. I am led by Spirit in a way. I don't give readings to every single person who asks for a reading. I have to kind of get into the mode first and kind of chat for a little while before I give a reading. Let's see. Janine, is Bob knocking at my bedroom door? He's passed. Hi, Kathy. So everybody follow Wendy D'Angelo and Kathy Behrens. They're hoping to get to 1,000 followers so we can go live together. They're also wonderful evidential mediums. They each have their own specialties. Wendy has a lot of really good psychic stuff that she can tap into, and they both do like animal readings. So they're both in my little chat box here, and Cha Cha, as you saw earlier. Merry Christmas, SD 12233. Let's see. Jazz wants to know, does Robert have feelings for me? I don't do love like predictions and stuff like that because people have, and this is for Elizabeth. Why is my Jeff distant if he truly loves me? Okay. Thank you, Kathy. So I don't talk about whether somebody's going to come back to you or whether somebody loves you, because people have their own free will and they could change their mind. Men have a tendency to change their mind without any warning and without any real reason sometimes. So I don't want to say, yes, they're going to come back to you, or yes, they really love you, or no, they're cheating on you, or whatever. I don't do that. I connect people to those that they've lost that are in spirit. Hello, KK. Thank you for the follows. Everybody follow Medium Kathy Behrens and Wendy D'Angelo and Psychic Medium Cha Cha. Okay. Oh, now there's a whole bunch of questions coming in. Jennifer Loseria, sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I do not do paid readings on TikTok at this time. All my readings I do on TikTok are free. If you want a full paid private reading, you can book on my website. It's linked in my bio through my link tree. And if I'm feeling up to it tonight, I'll do some free readings. I just don't know. I'm just trying to gauge how I'm going to feel. Oh, I'm sorry. Is Bob knocking at your bedroom door? Sorry about that. I know I started to answer that and then totally forgot. That's why I'm not clicking yet. So if there is no other reasonable explanation, you don't have a pet that it could be, you don't have a breeze coming through, you don't have some other physical explanation, it is very possible that Bob is knocking at your door or somebody else. But I would look around and make sure it's not a breeze coming through and knocking something. Like there's a knocking outside our bedroom that we hear every once in a while, but there's a little vent with a little connection thing to it that will blow in the wind. So I really research, what is physically happening in front of me before I make an assessment that, oh, it's a spirit or whatever. You have to find out the facts first before you just assume it's a spirit. But spirits do that. My Wi-Fi gets knocked out when I'm doing readings all the time. Never gets knocked out any other time. I have problems with my TV before I do readings. My computer will do things it's never done. Weird things happen. Spirits can do weird things, and they can make noises and knocking sounds. Let's see. Thank you for sharing the live. Medium Kathy Behrens. Everybody follow her and Wendy D'Angelo. Michelle, I don't talk about love life predictions, but for all of you, oh, thank you for liking my shirt. Thank you. This is a painting I made. It's a chakra painting that I made, and I have it in my merch store, and they're pretty reasonably priced. I have a whole bunch of original artwork on shirts and bags, and I forgot to bring all my stuff over here. I have little notepads. I'm gonna mess up all my notes over here, but I have original photography that I've done, and I put them on all different kinds of merch, shirts, original artwork, and photography. It's in my link tree. Thank you very much. Donnie Marie. So about the love life. So for everyone asking about love life stuff, as a woman who has had a lot of therapy and a lot of self-reflection, and I've been married for 27 years, approximately, might be 28, something like that. I've been married since 1996, whatever that is. I will tell you that I got married in my mid-20s. I fell in love quick. I love my husband very much, but I wish I would have healed my trauma before I got married. I also wish I would have married someone who had already healed their trauma. Not that I would marry a different person, but I wish we had both healed our trauma and worked on a good portion of our past childhood stuff before we got married. Because when you get married and you're both kind of dealing with a lot of family stuff and you get together, you bring some of that stuff into your marriage and you don't even know it, especially because we were in our mid-20s when we got married. And we hadn't worked those things out. And those things linger for decades, literal decades. There are still things both of us have to work on regularly so we can have a healthy relationship. And I will tell you, please, if you are looking to get back together with somebody, waiting for somebody to propose, asking about your love life, do the work on yourself. And do not settle for someone who has not worked on themselves or who is not willing to work on themselves. You have to, don't get a half a person and you're a half a person and think you complete each other. Like that line in the heck's that Tom Cruise movie, Show Me the Money, Jerry Maguire. You complete me, that's BS. You don't want somebody to complete you. You want to be complete and find somebody that's complete, or at least 80 to 90% complete. Because trust me, when you're not, it is so hard. It is so much harder to have a happy, healthy marriage. Marriage is hard anyway, but when you're both not complete and not healed, it makes it a million times harder. Jody, I'll tell you, in general, and I'm very sorry that you've lost so many people so quickly. All of the people who we lose are all safe. They're all at peace. They're all in the spirit world. They're all, working on whatever it is they experienced here, and they are around us. They're just a thought away. They're not in some far distant place. The spirit world is like, you could describe it as another dimension interwoven with ours. You just need to tap in and put that one thought out. Like as you typed that, there they were, boom, boom, boom. They were right there with you. So just know they're with you and they're around you, okay? They're with you and they're around you, and this goes for everyone. As soon as you put that thought out, there they are. They're right there with you. Ninny, husband, dad, or brother. Wow. I'll tell you the same thing I told Jody. Everyone in spirit, like as you type that, there they were, boom, boom, boom. I almost see them as a triangle, actually, weirdly, of protection, a pyramid maybe. Let me know if pyramid makes sense. So give me a yes pyramid or no pyramid in caps. And Jordan, I already answered the relationship question. That was for everybody. You are welcome, Jennifer. Are you able to find out through spirit why we have certain health problems? I need help. Okay, so I would say if there's any medium still on here that can help this person themselves or refer SD12233 to somebody. I am not a medical medium. I know there are medical mediums, and I'm not talking about the famous medical medium. That's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about people who actually do mediumship for medical issues. If anybody can message or reply to SD12233, I am not a medical medium specifically. I can do readings for people who have passed and find out, sometimes what caused them to pass. But as far as your health or a medical psychic, maybe would be more appropriate. You're welcome. Just reading through. Alicia, can you tell me if my life is going to get better? Well, that's a loaded question, right? And I'm not a psychic. I don't do psychic readings. I would say, this is what I would say. Make yourself a priority and stop taking care of other people. I feel just instinctively you don't prioritize yourself, and that is just in general. You're taking care of everybody else and not you. You need to carve out 1 hour a day where you're not tending to anybody else but you. If that's taking a bath, if that's laying in bed, if that's watching a show you want, if that's going and sitting in a bookstore and just reading a book. Start with that. That is what I would say. Okay. You're welcome. I didn't know it was Merry Christmas, Carol. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, thank you. You know what's weird, Carol? She loves my makeup. My makeup's the same as always. I think it's the lighting. I moved into a different place, and I think it's the lighting. My eyebrows aren't really this dark in real life. I fill them in with some brown, but they're the same as I always do. It's weird. I noticed, that's why I keep like staring at myself like I look like I have heavy makeup on. I have no makeup on my skin. Plus there's a filter on here that makes my skin look so smooth and, you know, like I'm 20 years younger than I actually am. So I love that. But like I have no eyeshadow or anything, but it kind of looks like I do. I have mascara, lip gloss, and some coloring on my eyebrows. I don't know. It's weird. Looks very different than what I really look like. But hey, gotta love these filters. How do you heal your trauma? Wonderful question. Wonderful, wonderful. Boy. Let me count the ways. So first of all, you could have someone like a life coach. I know a very good life coach, Jennifer. She is amazing, and she does this. This is her profession. She helps people. She has these programs. If you want to email me, my website's peacefulnickthemedium, or my email's peacefulnickthemedium@gmail.com, Nick with N-I-K. I can give you her information, and she does these 6-week programs, 6-month programs where it does a deep dive into your trauma. That is one option. You can go to talk therapy, which usually takes a really long time. And some therapists aren't really trained in trauma. They just sit there and nod. I cannot stand those kind of therapists. They're just nodding. They're just nodding. And you're like, but I have all these problems. Help me. You don't want a therapist. You can interview therapists too, actually. I've done that in the past when my son almost died about 7 years ago, and our family was so broken from it. And so we went to therapy, and one of the first things I asked the therapist was, are you going to sit there and nod? Or are you going to give us guidance? Because if you're going to sit there and nod, we don't have months and years of you nodding. We need you to tell us what to do. Tell us how to fix our family, because it was horrific. So you can interview a therapist. Don't always advocate for yourself. You can do life coaching for trauma, which will make it a lot faster, but it's very hard. You have to be willing to do the work. You can read self-help books. There's millions of them. If it's like one of the first things I did when I was in my 20s, I had toxic parents who were both addicts and alcoholics. And I read the book Toxic Parents, that was in the 90s. So I'm sure you can still get a copy, but it's an excellent book. That would help me on my journey to healing. Self-help books, talk therapy, only if you get the right therapist, or some type of trauma life coach, somebody who's certified. If you need a recommendation, you can email me. And don't ever yeah, right, PC. Oh, there's Aunt Jen. Aunt Jen 003. So there she is. That is the lady who does the coaching to heal trauma. Aunt Jen 003. Yep. So you don't even have to email me. Aunt Jen, can you put your email in there? She's wonderful. Do you want to pop on here, Jen, or not? Let me know. Okay, true colors. Yes. Can you talk about red flags in mediums that ask you for a picture of your loved one? So, some mediums specialize in looking at a picture, okay? I don't see that that's a terrible thing. When we take mediumship classes and have development circles, we sometimes do an exercise where we show a picture of someone and do readings that way. I don't do that when I do mediumship, but I'm not opposed to somebody doing that. Actually, I've never even really thought about doing it that way. It's just nothing bad or good, just nothing I've thought about ever doing as part of my mediumship. To me, the more information I have, the more staticky I get, because I want no information. I want no information. If they ask for a picture with no other details, that's fine in my book. Some people, it's a very big red flag when, and I've heard this happens a lot, when they ask you to fill out a form. Who do you want to talk to? How old were they when they passed? How did they pass? Like things like that. It's like, no, don't tell, if you are going to a medium, don't tell them any information. They shouldn't ask. During a reading, they'll ask you to validate the information. Like they'll say, I'm feeling a pain in my chest. I get this a lot. Did they pass from something with the chest? It feels different when it's my lungs versus my heart. Like when I feel a heart attack, it's like a stabbing pain through the center. When I feel like it's pneumonia or COVID or something, I feel it more on the side, just a heaviness. Everybody follow Aunt Jen too. Aunt Jen 003. So they shouldn't be asking about anything like that. They shouldn't be asking you to fill out forms or anything. No. And I hear that sometimes when you go to like big groups with like famous mediums, sometimes they'll do an intake form where they're like asking people from the audience questions. I'm like, no, no to that. No, if I'm going to get a reading in an audience setting, I am not filling out anything. And then you're paying. I saw, there's a famous medium who I really admire actually, coming nearby where I live in the next couple of months. And I'm like, oh, I'm just curious to see how much tickets are. So I'm clicking around and like the faraway tickets were like $150. Okay, no big deal. The front row, like the first few sections, $2,000 a person. I'm like, no, thanks. That's okay. No, thanks. Hi, Susie. Is this Susie A? Is this Brandon's mom? Which Susie? Hello. I've been dying to meet the Long Island medium. Yeah, I used to watch her show many years ago. I'm just looking. We don't want to get ripped off anymore. Can you help? Okay, yeah, I can help. What do you need? What do you need? Exactly. I'll say, I've made videos about this actually. Oh, thanks, Aunt Jen. Are you just talking about getting scammed by people? So there's a lot of fake mediums who they're not even mediums. They're just people who copy web, like I get people copy mine, and all the mediums on here get copies. People screen record our videos and post them, and like take our profile picture, and they'll find, they'll put it on there, and they'll just make a fake account, and they send you messages. Hello, love. Your profile picture spoke to me, some BS like that. A legit medium's never going to contact you, ever. They're going to wait for you to book a reading. That's just it. My available openings. Oh, you know what? I hadn't even thought of. I'm on Christmas break. If you want a weekday reading next week after Christmas, email me, peacefulnickthemedium@gmail.com. You can email me through my website if that's easier. It's in my link tree in my bio. If you want a Saturday, thank you, Aunt Jen. Too legit. If you want a Saturday, you can book that directly on my website. I work during the week, so most of my readings are on Saturdays, but if you need a weekday reading, you can email me. Like I said, I'm on Christmas break next week, and I have a couple of openings during the week, during the day, because I'm off work. I work full time. I'm a science teacher. For those of you who don't know me, I have a very strong background in science, and I was never expecting to be a medium. I was in my late 40s before I became a medium, and I've been doing science communication and education for decades. And no one was more surprised than me that people who crossed over just started sending me messages, like super amazing ones. I have a whole bunch of people signed up. I have about 15 people right now signed up for my free mediumship class that starts on the 29th. It's 3 free classes. December 29th. I have the note here somewhere. There's 3 2-hour classes. December 29th, January 4th, and January 7th. They're free classes. If you want to sign up, email me. Oh, True Colors, I'm 52. It's the filter. I'm telling you, it's the filter. Thank you, though. Yes, I have a married son. I have 2 grown sons, so thank you for saying that. Yes, I grew up Catholic. That crucifix actually is very special to me. It's something my husband bought me at the Basilica in St. Louis when we were visiting. Oh, yes, thank you, Aunt Jen. Yeah, the free classes are really important because some people don't want to sign up and commit to a 6-month class when they are not sure if they're ready or not sure if they can really make the connection or make the commitment. But yeah, back to the crucifix. I was born in St. Louis, and my husband and I took my kids to the Basilica, and he bought me that, and I love it. I love crucifixes. I'm not necessarily a Catholic the way most Catholics are, but I'll just say, that's all I'll say about it. I really believe in the spiritual side of Jesus, and I read Resurrecting Jesus by Adi Ashanti, which was all about the spiritual side of Jesus and what his message really was. My classes are at 3:30 Pacific time to 5:30 Pacific time, 6:30 Eastern to 8:30 Eastern, on those 3 dates. So tell me if you're not good at time zones, tell me what time zone you're in, and I'll tell you what time. Hi, Turtle Cat. Did you see my egg video? I tagged you. Oh, I think you commented. Let me know when you try it. It works like that. She was talking about boiling eggs and peeling eggs in one of her videos. And yeah, good. It works. Somebody taught me that years ago, and I do it every time. Oh, thank you, Kathy. That's wonderful. Refer to client to your beginners class. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, just have them email me. Let me know if that's for the free class or the paid class. It's 7:37, True Colors, 7:37, so you're on Mountain Time. Oh, you're on Arizona time. Okay. Oh, because we changed to Standard Time and you guys don't change. Okay, so it would be 4:30 your time. 4:30 Arizona time. I was just in Arizona in October. It's beautiful. Will our loved ones visit us on Christmas? They can visit you anytime, but if you want them, you just, in your head, just take some deep breaths and you start thinking about them. Think about the loved one who you want to come through, and they're right there. They're just literally a moment away. Yeah, Mountain Time. Okay. Will Hauser, Mary, Benedetta. Brentwood, I don't do marriage predictions, but I hope that if they are going to get married, that have both healed their trauma before they get married so they can have a happy relationship. I am thirsty. So I have my free class starting next week on the 29th. I have a beginner's class, which is a paid 6-month mentorship. Hi, Glossy. Oh, thank you. Love your content. Thank you. I appreciate that. My beginner's class starts the end of January. That's 6 months. I offer evidential mediumship readings, connecting you to those who've passed over to give you a healing message. Also, if you're looking for a last minute gift, I offer gift cards. You can get those on my website as well. And merch, like my shirt here, my chakra shirt. I don't know. I just moved, so I'm not sure where my painting is that matches this shirt. And my notebooks with my original artwork. So I have all kinds of merch in my merch store. It's all linked in my link tree. And Jen says, woo woo, I love my classes. And you are an excellent medium, my friend. An excellent medium. You're more talented than you give yourself credit for. You can surpass a lot of people with your gift. Great question. Why can some people see spirits and some can't? My dad sees people that have passed over and I can't. Like physically sees them outside of his body? Is that what you mean, SD? I have a sister. My mom passed away in 1986, so I was young. She passed away, and my sister, I have many sisters, one of my sisters is not spiritual at all, not in the least. And so, yes, outside of the head. He says they look real. So I'm going to tell you. So my sister, who's not spiritual at all, I mean, at all. She sees my mom fully formed, fully real at the foot of her bed. I don't see people outside of my head, and I'm a medium, and I'm very spiritual. There's probably several different reasons for this. One, in my sister's case, my mom owed her some apologies. She really mistreated my sister. She treated all of her kids very differently. She was very dysfunctional. She was an alcoholic. And I think the reason my sister could see my mom, I don't know the last time she saw her. So it's been a long time probably. My mom probably used all the energy she could muster to break through so my sister could see her. I don't know how my sister took it, but I feel like my mom definitely owed her a huge apology. That's one example. Some people are just tuned in to the spirit realm and allow it to happen. I have specifically asked Spirit, don't show me people outside of my head. It will scare me. I have a lot of anxiety. Turtle Cat Medium doesn't see them. Yeah, okay. She's also a wonderful medium. Follow her as well. Yeah, not every medium sees people outside of their head. And people that do are just open to it. They're just, the spirit world knows it's safe for them to show themselves. There's many different reasons. How can I have a mediumship reading? Dee Dee. Yeah, it does seem scary. Do you want a reading, like just a one-on-one reading? You can book those on my website, peacefulnickthemedium.com. It keeps asking me to invite you to go live, Jen. I know you're not. I just want you, it just keeps popping up. Spirit's trying to tell us something. We should plan for that, though. We should plan for that. Yeah, I'm actually working with my spirit guides to start seeing things outside of my head, but I've asked them to start really gently because I don't want to be scared. Where I sit, my wall of my office over my desk, I can see things. You know how like when you stare at something and then you look at like a white wall and you can see like the outline of it because you kind of have that like, I don't know, it's kind of like scarred on your eyes for a few minutes. That's how I am now seeing things outside of my head, because I've asked my spirit guide to slowly introduce me to seeing things outside. And that's how it looks. Like one time I was doing a reading and I could literally see, you know how the lettering on a birth certificate, sometimes it's that like fancy lettering. I could see that projected on my wall in my office, and it was essential to the reading I was doing. And so that's how I'm starting to develop my clairvoyance outside of my head. It can be cool and scary. Alien Pizza Love. We are just talking about mediumship, general. Woo it up. We had a reading a year ago and it helped me move forward in 22. It was a rough year with grief. Yes. And that's the whole reason why I do mediumship. I could have easily ignored the signs I was getting from spirit. I mean, it was really hard. It would have been really hard for me to ignore them because they were so dramatic. I feel like spirit would have just kept sending them. But I really, I come from a background of a lot of trauma and a lot of pain in my childhood. And I lost my mother when I was very young at a crucial point in my life. And I wish I would have had someone who could have helped me navigate those emotions and know. And so I always had this like terrible fear of death, where I would be up 5 or 6 nights a week from a dead sleep having a panic attack and like grabbing my husband's leg and screaming out loud. And when I became a medium, that went away. 99.9% of that is gone, because I never healed that trauma, because I didn't have anybody to help me do that. And so it's so important to me to help people know that life goes on beyond this life and that they don't have to be scared. Because that was my problem. I was always scared to, I wasn't scared of like the pain of death. I was scared that nothing happened after we die. That was my fear. I was like, I'm going to just go blank and that's going to be it. That was my fear. Randy, how come my dad never comes through? Have you seen legitimate mediums in a one-on-one setting? Or has it been like a public setting like this? That is important to know. Let me know that. Yeah, SD. That is a real fear, but okay, so maybe that's why, because it's only been public, Randy. Hi, Mignano. Hi. You might want to try, and doesn't have to be me, it can be any, there's wonderful mediums that have, joined this live. There's other wonderful mediums. Find someone you resonate with, find someone with reasonable prices, make sure they're legit, they're not soliciting you. There are people, I offer short readings, you have to email me for those. I've got to do some updates on my website this week, actually, because I work full time, so I don't always have a lot of time to make all the updates I want. I do short 15-minute readings. They're much less expensive than the longer ones. But I still keep my prices really reasonable. But there's tons of other good mediums. If you need a recommendation, let me know. I would say he doesn't want to chat publicly. Or there's just too many other spirits coming through to the medium in public like that. If that made sense. Why do I dream of my grandma's death every single night? It's draining. Who? I also am drained by dreams. Very much. I feel like the guy in Avatar, when he was a human and they put him in his little avatar suit, like he'd during the day be human and then at night when he'd go to sleep he'd be the avatar. That's how I feel. Like there's constant dreams. It's like living in another world. So I ask my spirit guide, please let me sleep through the night without having 1,000 dreams, because I feel like I'm living another life in my dreams all the time. And I wake up tired because I never feel like I'm actually sleeping. All I can recommend, even when I take something to help me sleep, I'll take some Unisom, I'll take some CBD. I have very bad night anxiety ever since my mom died in 1986, so you know that's a long time. Even when I take something to help me sleep, I still have those dreams. When I don't take something to help me sleep, I still have those dreams. So all I do, I ask my spirit guide. I mean, that's really all you can do. Ask them, please, or say a prayer, whatever you're into, or just say it out loud or in your head to the universe. Please help me get a good night's sleep with no disruptive dreams. I need sleep. That's what I say, and it works. How do you... Oh, thank you, Kathy. Everybody follow Medium Kathy Behrens and Wendy D'Angelo and Aunt Jen 003. Carol, you know what's interesting? Carol's one of my clients. Yesterday, I was thinking so much about you and your granddaughter and our readings. I don't know why you popped in my head. I don't know if something's going on with you guys. Are you doing something for the baby? Something's going on, because I was thinking about you so much yesterday and thinking about our readings. Let me know if something's going on about that baby or your daughter. Something's going on. I could sense it. Tans March 20. I do not predict when someone's going to pass away. I do know that Scotty the Medium can do that. I don't know if he does that. Like, I don't know if he would tell somebody, but I know that Scotty the Medium, who's legit, says that he can look at somebody and tell them when they're going to die. I don't do that. I would never do that. I could ask Scotty tomorrow if he could tell me when I was going to die. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I hope it's a meteorite crashing into my house. And so it's fast. How do you get a reading? Well, right now, I'm a little under the weather, so I'm just kind of chatting. But if you want a one-on-one reading, my link's in my bio. You can go to my website or email me through my website if you want a reading that's during the week. I have a couple of openings next week because I'm off work. Yeah. I can't control it. Yep. My dreams are crazy. Oh, I dream all the time. Yeah, Mignan. I occasionally connect with pets. But I do know that Kathy Behrens and Wendy D'Angelo, who are on here, also, they do more specific pet readings if you're looking for a specific pet reading. Randy Gale. How can you figure out who your spirit guides are? Okay, you ready? I can tell you in 30 seconds or less, okay? Take some deep breaths, cleansing breaths. Close your eyes. Ask for your spirit guide to come forward. And see who's standing in front of you and say, what's your name? Are you my guide? And they should be there. Let me know if anything happens. Oh, Carol, yay. I knew it was something. I'm like, that baby was coming through and talking to me about the council again. Didn't we talk about her being on the council? And I'll tell you this. Turtle Cat does pet readings for the person who asked. I've never had a reading before I did the reading with Hazel about the council or after. No one else. She's the only one ever. It was so amazing. That's probably because she was telling me about the council yesterday. So she was probably helping Mom for sure. True Colors. Was that from one of my videos or just must have been from one of my videos. Interesting. Do you have some stressors that could be blocking you right now? And were you in a very relaxed state? Like you can't just, put the kids to bed and immediately be like, okay, I got to find my spirit guide. You have to really be pretty relaxed and connected. Like doing it right here, right now, probably wouldn't be a good idea. Make sure you're very relaxed, very connected, and you're not having a lot of other stuff going on in that moment. Try it again. There's millions of videos on YouTube of how to find your spirit guide. My way doesn't work for everybody. I don't swear by it. It works for a lot of people. There's lots of free YouTube videos and lots of mediums on here. Hello. Savvy Hair, you need a reading? Would you like, I'm not doing any public readings right now. My throat is kind of killing me and I'm not in that state. If you want a private reading, you can book through my website. It's all linked up. I will be going live again next week a couple of times. Actually, where's my list? I am going live on December 27th on Facebook with Messages from Spirit and Wendy D'Angelo on Facebook for free readings. December 27th, I think it's at noon Pacific time. Facebook, you can go on my Facebook, it's the same name, same picture, or Messages from Spirit or Wendy D'Angelo. We're all going live together. Free readings. Oh, I'm sorry, True Colors. Yay. Good, Carol. Oh, I'm so glad. Okay. Oh, there's so many comments now. Hi, Vicky. That's right, you changed your screen name. I keep seeing like a wall of blue eyes when I wake up at night and close my eyes. Interesting. Ask, when you see it, just say, what are you trying to tell me? And listen. How could you tell who your spirit guides are? There's lots of videos on YouTube. I have some on my YouTube channel. There's lots of different mediums on here who can help you find them. I have videos about it. There's a lot of different ways. Most important thing is to be relaxed. And True Color says she was relaxed. Well, there's something not allowing you to do it. I would say it's something, a stressor, something you're stressed about. You're blocking yourself because your spirit guides are there. There's just no two ways about it. Oh, sure. I can recommend lots of mediums. Yeah, Facebook Live, December 27th at noon, free readings. Kathy Behrens, Wendy D'Angelo, Turtle Cat Medium, Psychic Medium Cha Cha, Psychic Sean. I think he goes by Auntie Sean now. Myself, if you don't connect with me, that's fine. There's lots of people who, legit mediums. Lots and lots of them. Just never recommend, or excuse me, so I'm getting tired. Never book a reading with somebody who sends you a message that says, book a reading with me. Oh, thank you for the heart and the arrow. That was cute. The dates are December 27th, Facebook Live, at noon, and January 3rd, we did a Zoom and TikTok Live simultaneously the other day, and we had a bunch of people on there. It was really awesome. You are welcome. Yeah, I did. Do I have a violet? Okay, I had a whole bunch of stuff. Do you have a violet or purple aura? Violet and purple are the colors I love the most and always have my whole life, way before I was ever a medium. So it wouldn't surprise me. I don't know, Clover, if you're seeing my aura or not, or if anybody can. I don't really see auras personally, very rarely. Leslie, I'll say that your stepfather is not mad or angry or upset that you didn't get to say goodbye. He understands that you didn't know, and please forgive yourself. That's the main message. Forgive yourself. There's nothing you could have done to prevent that. Forgive yourself. Yeah, I'm sorry, True Colors. I don't know what you mean. Savvy, can you tell me anything? Yeah, Kathy, I would love it if, you guys got to follow these other mediums so we can get them on here live with me. This is the thing. I don't know everything about mediumship. I only know a certain part of it, but all the other mediums all have their own specialties. Kathy's really good with things that I'm not as good at. That's why we like to go live together. So everybody follow Medium Kathy Behrens and Wendy D'Angelo so we can get them over 1,000. Because they have lots of good information. And she's right, spirit guides do present themselves in many different ways. There's lots of different ways that you can find them. It's not just one way. You are welcome. Oh, thank you. I think she should wait for you, Peaceful Nick. Oh. Thank you for the heart, Kathy. Oh, Heather, Psychic Medium. Hi, Heather. Everybody follow Heather as well. Britt, I don't do soulmate stuff. Oh, thank you. The tree is cute. Okay, everyone. My throat is, I'm out. I'm out of gas. I'm out of breath. I'm out of energy. It's only 7 o'clock where I'm at and I could go to bed. I appreciate the TikTok filter, first and foremost. And everybody joining me and all the questions. And Mima is fine. Mignano, and lived a long and healthy life, or a long and happy life. She's saying something about the grandkids. But thank you. I will feel better. I'm going to rest as much as possible. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Yeah, I know. Lollipops, I know. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening. Everybody follow Kathy Behrens. See you Tuesday, Kathy. Good evening. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I'll see you all next week. Okay, bye.